Hiya, it's just me, Cheryl. So I'm really sorry that this video is a bit overdue. This video was actually recorded at the end of April. I think it was the 29th of April, and I'm coming to the end of May. And I've had like this huge gap on my YouTube channel. I think it's been like three and a half weeks where I haven't uploaded anything. So my garden, what I'm showing you right here, is nothing actually what my garden looks like at the moment, but I had put so much effort into recording everything I wanted to upload it anyways. So as you would have seen, the first raised bed that I showed you has got my peas in, it's got radishes, beetroot, marigolds, and then later on you'll see that I sprinkle in some lettuce. Me carrots, they've went wild at the moment. I cannot wait to show you what they actually look like now. The potatoes have went crazy. The blueberry bushes haven't really done much. Then as you can see here, I did invest in some strawberries. So I've been planting them out, which is quite good actually, but you'll see in my next video that my cat really likes to lie on top of my strawberries, and it's really annoying. Anything that I'm basically planting at the minute as well, I'm putting chicken manure pellets at the bottom of everything. I'm not really sure if it makes a difference. I've never used them before. This is like the first time that I've ever used chicken manure pellets, but I'm just sprinkling them in anything, flowers, vegetables, just whacking it in, just hoping that it's going to give it something extra. So with the strawberry bed as well, after I basically planted all the strawberries where I wanted to, I put 2 strawberry plants into little mini buckets for the kids. So I've got one for Tommy and one for Eddie, because Eddie was adamant that he wanted his own strawberry plant, which is so weird because every time he goes to one particular strawberry plant in this patch where I'm planting, he goes, "Oh look, there's my plant." I'm like, this isn't your plant's over there. But because it's got the biggest strawberry on, he seems to think that it's his, even though I gave him his own specific plant. But that's just kids, isn't it? I could have basically had 2 more plants in this patch, but no, he wanted his own. But yeah, I've kind of covered this bed in straw, just straw that I got from the pet shop. It would put in like a rabbit cage or something, which I hope is the right one. I hope it's okay. It seems like, I think the birds might have been taking it, but it's not too bad. I think because I have got straw on top of this bed, my cat is absolutely loving it when the sun's shining down. He thinks he can just sleep on top of the strawberry patch, and he really can't, to the point where he's actually killed one of the strawberry plants. I don't know how he's actually killed it, but it just won't come back after he's lay on it. I've also been putting some chives in as well. I put normal chives in, and then I had some garlic chives, and I've kind of dotted them out in between all of the strawberries before I had put the straw on. Now these took ages to come through. I didn't think they were actually going to work, and they're really small at the moment, so I'm not quite sure if they're going to grow properly. I've seen loads of pictures and videos of people with their chives, and they've got like big purple heads and that. They just look full of life, and mine just look like dead grass sticking through. But I'm going to keep going with them. I'm hoping, because the whole reason that I've got marigolds in this bed and putting chives in here is to deter pests, or use the marigolds as basically like bait. Instead of them going for my strawberry plants, I'll go for my marigolds. I want to basically companion plant as much as I can, so nature can work with nature. I don't want to be using any chemicals or anything like that. I don't want to be killing any slugs, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do nature with nature, and see how that goes. And then I think on the strawberry patch, I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to put like a hoop and some netting over it, because the strawberries are actually starting to turn red. And so right on the fence there is like a trellis, and it's got loads of clematis, and the little birds love it, and I've seen them sitting on the top of my pea structure. And I think as soon as these strawberries start going red, they're just going to start eating everything. And also with Vincent lying on top of me plants, because I kind of really didn't want to do like a hoop. I wasn't really fond of the idea, because loads of people have strawberry patches and they don't have hoops over them, but yeah, I think to protect everything, I'm going to have to do that. So after I kind of planted all my chives and I tried to put them in specific places where really I should have just scattered them everywhere and they would have been totally fine. After that, I decided to go to my pea bed, and in the middle, I sprinkled more of my chicken manure pellets. I lifted the soil, put some chicken manure pellets underneath, and then I got the seeds and I just did this crazy scatter with the seeds. I don't know if I've did this right. I don't know if I did it wrong. I've never really planted lettuce before, but I basically scattered loads of them in the middle. I think it was the Italian style mixed lettuce. I also put another layer of my sugar snap peas and my French beans as well in the areas where they're grown. I just planted them in the soil, maybe a little bit too early because the night times were still quite cold, but I did it anyways, and they are growing quite nicely now. The French beans aren't really grown that amazingly, but the peas are. But I thought, I keep hearing people saying do like, is it succession planting? So the first lot of peas are in and then my second lot of peas are going to be coming up after. I think I need some watering skills because I've noticed that I'm too heavy with like the pressure. This is the shower setting, and I think every time that I'm watering plants or seeds, I'm just spraying the seeds in a different place because my carrots kind of ended up in places where I didn't plant them. So I've gotten in this habit as well of cooking me eggshells, and I've got this big yogurt tub full of eggshells and I'm putting them around everything that I can possibly put them around. Got them around my strawberries, around my peas, and no slugs, snails, all of that. They'll still crawl over the top of them, but it might take them a bit longer, do you know what I mean? So the eggshells are going everywhere, and maybe after a while they might be good for the soil as well. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Back on more days out with the farm. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!